Hey everyone, Al Williamson, leadinglandlord.com. I got something special for you today. I want to talk to you about rental arbitrage and the three things no one talks to you about. Okay? Now, rental arbitrage is when you rent someone else's place, rent a place from a landlord, or acquire it, joint venture, however you want to control it. And then you furnish it so you have a furnished rental, and then you market that rental to other people who are looking for a hotel alternative. They give you money and you use that money to pay the landlord and your expenses and you keep the difference. That's how it is. But here's the thing. People don't tell you that sometimes there's not enough money left over after you pay your expenses for you to have anything. Sometimes the market is going declining, all right? And you need to be prepared for that. That's where the skill comes in on how do you manage a furnished rental or rental arbitrage business. Sometimes when people are describing the markets, they describe it either as a bull market where things are going well because a bull goes like this when it fights, or a bear market where things are declining and bears strike downward, so that's why they call it a bear market. And we're going to talk about the bear market today, which doesn't get enough attention. What happens when things are going down? What happens when it's not so easy to get a client, when you have to use some skill all of a sudden? And I recommend when things are starting to go bad in a bear market, you do what bears do. So playing with that, let's take some lessons from bears. Let's get some bear wisdom in here talking about rental arbitrage. Do what bears do. And what do? They do three things that are really important. The first one is they get winter fit. And when do they do that? They do it during the summertime. They fill up on berries and fresh fish and honey, all those things. They're trying to get their calories in so that if they choose to go into hibernation, they can. All right. Now for us, people who are doing furnished rentals, we may be in an area that has a lot of seasonalities. Really big peaks, big demands in the summertime, and very little demand in the wintertime. So it's important to save in the good times, and it's important to manage your resources. Okay, save some funds, a reserve fund, so that if you choose to go into hibernation later on, you can. All right. So do that during the good times. Don't spend all your money. Manage your resources so you have options later on. The second thing we can learn from bears is they use their noses. They have super sensitive noses, 100 times more powerful than a human, even more than a bloodhound. They're known for being able to find food in crazy locations. Right? In fact, some people spend their whole lives inventing bear-proof type of containers because bears can smell what's inside of different containers and they'll rip them open to make sure that they get winter fit. So what does that mean for us who are doing rental arbitrage and furnished rentals? It means we need to have a sense of being able to find our customers. We need to be able to market. We need to have a superpower in marketing. And that means you have to work on yourself to develop that power. It just doesn't come normally. It is far beyond just using Airbnb. Okay? So you got to learn to market. You need to learn how to market online, offline, and by social. And there's 7 different audiences, 7 different groups of people that you can market to as well. It gives you a really robust marketing nose in this terms. So I want you to think of marketing as a 3-legged stool. We call it bear marketing. So there's online. And online could be Airbnb, VRBO, those typical online travel agencies. Offline, too, talking to people in person, talking to the businesses that are around you that are sending people to extended stay hotels. In my case, I do extended stay rentals. And then social media is important. It's important to have social proof that gives you credibility. So 3 legs to the stool so you can have a really good, serious marketing program that can withstand a winter or a slowdown in customers. You'll be able to find customers when you need them. The third thing that we can learn from bears is to hibernate. And what does that mean for us rental arbitrageurs? Bears, they go into sleeping, they stay in their den for throughout the winter. Okay, they slow down their breathing, they adjust their bodies so that they can make it. We, as furnished rental providers, that's our last resort. After we've done all we can with marketing and we fattened up, we have some savings so that we can go into hibernation if we choose. As our last resort, we can choose to operate at a break-even mode, which means that you have enough so you can pay your expenses. You're not a profit, but you can, for an extended period of time, you can just pay your expenses and make it. And that means that you may be able to market in a way, adjust to long-term furnished rentals for a period of time if you need to, until a more attractive season comes along. So those are three things that we can learn from bears and how we can ride out a bad season doing rental arbitrage specifically, because you always have these bills coming. You need to learn how to manage your resources and become a serious marketer. Work on yourself, invest in yourself so you become a serious marketer and learn how to break even so you know your numbers. I hope that helps you. My name is Al Williamson. If you want more information on how you can increase your income or reduce your expenses, it's real easy. Just subscribe.